This looks like an amazing nightmare to deal with. You start with a harpoon gun, minus 100% harpoon gun price. 200% crit damage with precise weapons. Crit chance modifiers are increased by 25%, plus HP regeneration for every 2 damage you have. Enemies take 300% more damage for 3 seconds when getting hit by ranged. A lot to consider. Basically, we need crits. Lots of crits. We're going to start with the Thief Stabber for now. 50% chance to gain 1 material when killing an enemy with a critical hit. So think about that for a sec. We could build up lots of materials with lots of crits. Suppose we also start with the Harpoon Gun, which is a ranged weapon, naval and gun. So we're going to use that a lot, but we're also going to be doing a lot of stabbing. So with enough crits, we're going to be doing massive damage and getting ridiculously rich. Wow, that tree did not want to die. So there's 3% crit chance and it begins. We gotta pick carefully here. It's a bit of a different build. Now, because we have minus 100 ranged damage, our Harpoon Gun only does 1. So most of the damage is coming from this, so we'll buy a second one of those. Plus more HP and damage. Actually, I'm actually going to put these together, because now there's a 56% chance to gain 1 material. Okay, let's get back to stabbing. The Harpoon Gun really pulls those things in, doesn't it? I didn't realize that's what it did. So we're going to be pulling idiots toward us constantly, so we're going to need a lot of stabbing going back out in the other direction. But I'm here for that. Especially when you get lots of range like this. Actually, this is going to be a really fun build. Hopefully we get some piggy banks to help boost our economy some more. We're going to get massive crits by the end of this. There's another 3% crit chance, so that puts this up to 32.5%. We'll take that. Enemies do take more damage if they get hit by range, so I'm actually going to buy an SMG, as weird as that is, just to make enemies take 300% damage. It's basically a weakness gun at this point. The Harpoon Gun might work against us here. We're going to be pulling a lot of idiots into ourselves, and that's not really going to be super swell. But we'll fill this out as we go. Probably wouldn't hurt to build some harvesting as well. We can make lots of money with a build like this. You know what we're going to? There's 5 harvesting. We're going to make items a little cheaper. Loot aliens appearing, not really worth it yet. This certainly is, though. That's going to help me. I kind of want that as well. Then we found another one we'll lock for next time. So between the critical hits and the 300% damage, these numbers are probably going to get pretty big, and I'm really here for it. Probably shouldn't forget to build a little bit of toughness at some point, considering we're going to have to get really close to them all. In fact, we're going to be bringing them close to us anyway. So far, so good. I did not kill that cursed enemy. I wanted to leave that for just a little bit. Plus 6% dodge I will take for the aforementioned reasons. Also some max HP right now for just a little bit more toughness. So we're going to take that and combine those two, and maybe combine those into a tier 3. Now there's a 62% chance to gain materials. Plus we'll take a tier 2 version of that. There is also a ghost flint. I might actually take that for now. I don't know if it's really going to add much for attack speed, but just having it there makes me feel better. There's also a second ghost flint, so that will actually be pretty good. So it only needs to kill 18 enemies to get an upgrade. There's also the glass cannon we will take soon. 25% damage. We lose 3 armor. We don't need 3 armor right now. What we need is some good old-fashioned damage. Okay, we definitely pulled that thing right into us. I might actually get rid of the Harpoon Gun. It's mostly just making me nervous. And this build really is going to be centered around precise weapons anyway, so some of these other things maybe aren't going to hang out. There's a loot idiot. Wave complete. Plus 1% damage for every 1% speed you have. We'll take that because eventually we'll get more speed. There's the 3 armor we're about to lose. So we'll just take that away for 25% damage and plus 8 harvesting. The Ghost Flint has gotten us 1% attack speed so far, so that's actually something. This has also gotten us 31 materials. The other one's only gotten us 5, but once you get those upgraded, they'll get us much more. I'm going to recycle the Harpoon Gun. I just think it's only going to get in the way. Gotta remember crit chance needs to go up as well too. There's a lot of different things, but we're slowly building up like we always do. Making the right investments. Our damage did also just go up by a considerable margin actually, so whoops, walked right into that one. Just gotta stay on the edge of the idiots, stabbing away with all this crit damage. Yeah, this feels good. We are definitely killing a lot of different things. That's a lot of extra materials, that's a lot of extra attack speed. There's a cursed idiot. We're gonna try and avoid those for a little while. Curses inevitably build up anyway, so we don't really need to worry about them too much now. Another 6% dodge. We'll definitely take that. The Ghost Flint. So now we get a tier 3 Ghost Flint. We only need to kill 16 enemies. A range I will take because that's going to help us reach the idiots even better. Energy Bracelet I'm maybe going to lock because that's 4% crit chance. That's really not bad. There's a tier 3. That'll actually build back. I don't know if I want to bother. It is a crit weapon, but maybe later. We did find a plasma sludge right away, which is curious. This also synergizes pretty well. 5% chance to double the value of picked up materials. We get extra materials, so that might work to our advantage. At least we can hope it does. Okay, lots of idiots building up. We got the musical idiots now, but my knives are stabbing way into that. The horde is getting bigger, but that just means even more stabbing for all of my weapons. It's a little bit nerve-wracking without a little more armor, but we do have 12% dodge, so that gives me just a little bit more confidence. Probably a little bit more than I should have, really. There's another 6... I want the harvesting for now. Well, we can put the dodge on later. Attack speed will come naturally. Crit chance. So now my good one has a 47.5% chance. After we buy that, we have a 52% chance, and we have a chance for extra materials. And another one of those, we now have a 10% chance to get double materials. 10% damage against a target above 75% health. That's tempting with a big first critical hit, but I don't think we want that. We are going to lock the goblet, 15% chance to heal 1 HP when killing an enemy. I guess really if you stacked up range damage on this and got it past the -100 thing, that could be really ridiculously strong too. It would just take a minute to get there. I think I already just saw a hit for, 336, so the damage will get there. So we're going to have like a fast-firing critical hit type build once we're all said and done here. We'll check the stats after this to see how much we're getting boosted. Damage feels really satisfyingly strong right now, like we are melting everything around. So after all that, we got some really good options. 9 HP is probably what we're going to go with there. Armor and dodge, and then we lose some HP, but that's perfectly fine. We made a lot of money. The goblet. Then after that, we're going to save our $50 because I'm going to wait for the alloy. We're going to lose 6% dodge, which is considerable, but we get all sorts of damage plus crit chance. This guy's gotten us 88 extra materials, this has gotten us 58, and that guy's got 7% attack speed so far. If we can get these up to level 4, those numbers will go up really fast. And the submachine gun is probably going to be the only ranged weapon we have. It should fire quick enough to weaken everything. Especially the bigger enemies, because they're going to be the ones that really need the extra help to kill. Small ones like this are just going to die like this. This is an absolute beater round. Yeah, I can just hear those crits going off nonstop, so that's going to get us tons of materials. Plus the harvesting, so for a while we're in good shape. Okay, that guy's going to take triple damage. Yep, melted him. Moving along right through the horde. Starting to feel the burn just a little bit. We're going to wrap around him. Whoops. Walk through. Not taking too much damage yet. Wave is done. I will actually take that. I don't really want to lose too much of the range. Crit chance is definitely going up. This now has a 61% chance. We'll take the alloy. We'll lose 6 dodge. We'll put that back on eventually. Inevitably. Easy enough. There's another one of those. We'd lose more range, but we'll get a lot more damage. There's also a pearl. But our earnings are obviously good. I'm going to take the pearl and the little muscly dude. 40% harvesting is huge, especially this early on. Straight back to work. I am going to need to find more and bigger weapons soon, because we're starting to feel like the damage is falling off just a little bit compared to the enemies. Crit chance is great though, so if we find more precise weapons especially, we'll really be laughing. Just keep stabbing. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have the harpoon gun anymore, because we would absolutely be pulling things into us and killing ourselves with that. The enemies are perfectly fine to stay right in our face as it is. A little more range would definitely be good so we can penetrate deeper. We need more kills per stab. Some explosives or AoE would also be good there, but with the depth of our stabbers, it's going to be fine. Like, we're penetrating way into all that. Wow, another 7% crit chance. It's just giving that to us. 2 armor? Absolutely. Ooh, piggy bank's a big one too. Okay, this could build into a really big run. So we're going to take piggy bank. We're going to take harvesting now. It's 134, but we get 40 back of that at the end. So we get 71 just for completing the level. There's another ghost flint, so we're going to lock that too, because that'll give us a tier 4 one of these, so we're going to get lots of attack speed from that. We're also going to lock the sunglasses down, because crit chance is going to be even higher. It's at 46% now. This is a bit of a risk, but we have 320, mostly because we're going to be fighting an elite this round. We're going to try really hard to kill it without taking too much damage. Once we get into stabbing it a little bit, yeah, its HP drops, but so do ours. Okay, we might not be able to get close enough to kill that thing right now, but that's okay. We got a good build going, we might have to play it cautious. We do get HP back for killing enemies randomly though. The sharks are starting to spawn though too. We don't have enough range to get close to them safely really. Like, we can get close, but not close enough. I want to stay there. Yeah, it doesn't take long from being in range of his attacks for us to lose a lot of our HP, so we're going to stay away here for now and be happy we're just alive for now. That's going to be perfectly fine for us. We are doing really big damage though, so that feels good. 783 already. Lots of good choices here. Maybe we'll take the damage for now. Okay, we need to start buying some upgrades, so Ghost Flint for sure. So we now have one of those, so we only need to kill 12 enemies to get 1% attack speed. This I also like, so we're just going to do a reroll here. This level shouldn't be that hard. The piggy bank's going to go to work for us too. So now at $800. So we just need to save our money for a couple rounds a little bit, and then we'll make so much money every round we can buy whatever we want forever. I guess the Ghost Flint too, with the high critical hit chance, will also kill a lot of things, so that's really going to get us a lot of attack speed. There's a loot alien in the middle of that. We're going to try and murder it. There we go. Yeah, we can melt those things. We're going to have a lot of fun with the precise weapons on this one. Another loot alien. We're getting some really good luck suddenly. Oh, look what we also found. 50% experience gain. I actually don't really want that. The range is starting to hurt, so we would like to put some of the range back if we can. But we're not getting a lot of good options. We will take armor though. So we have $1,300 already. So let's take some more XP gain. Reroll to see if there's anything good showing up. When there's not, we will simply just move on. That's nice too. This is now giving us 28% attack speed. This has given us 304 extra materials so far. On to the next wave. So that already is going to jump us up at the start of the next thing for even more money. Between that and the harvesting. We found one more piggy bank. This would get absolutely stupid. It's likely going to anyway, but the extra piggy bank would just make it happen sooner. Probably going to need an extra weapon after this one for sure, because enemies are lasting longer than I would like them to. We're starting to get a little bit not in control of what we're doing. And the lack of range is I'm starting to feel that pretty badly. We need a lot more range. Like, we could be stabbing a lot more things per stab. That's done. That's a nice one. Attack speed, crit chance, range. All good things. 9% crit chance. That's legendary. 60 range. Perfect. So this guy's only doing 27 damage, really. We need to get that number up. Crit chance is 63. Let's make that 73. So this now has a 106% crit chance. Even that's got 80%. So crit chance is pretty much where it needs to be. I'm going to buy that. We're going to lock the glass cannon. We're going to re-roll into higher tier stuff. 3% damage at the end of a wave. We probably need to buy that sooner than later to really get the use out of it. And I did think I needed perhaps one more weapon, so we're going to do a few re-rolls, hoping to find something we can actually use. When that doesn't work, we're just going to dive right back in. We got extra range, and that's actually going to help us a lot. Plus, our crit chance is getting close to 100 with most of our weapons. Actually, some of our weapons are over that, so damage should have gone up quite a bit. Basically, as soon as an enemy spawns, we're going to stab them full of 1,000,000 holes of critical damage. Found a nice treasure chest. Yeah, things are going to start to get a little bit harder now. We got to get closer to the walrus idiots. And we're always going to need more HP, but there's just never enough of that. We got them nicely hoarded up in the center. Yeah, that extra range feels really nice. Now we're able to get in there stabbing. Especially because we're less in control of where we can move now. To engineering, killing a tree spawns a turret. Harvesting... yeah, why not? This is also really good. Lightning Shiv, that's precise. It's going to have a strong chance of crits. And critical is ×4. Plus it has a projectile spawny thing. So we'll keep an eye out for different things. That's really good. 9 damage plus 4 curse. Yeah, 25%. We're still gonna just wait a little bit on that. There's more damage again. We'll lock that. At least we have an extra weapon, and this one will bounce around. So especially as we add some elemental damage, that's gonna be a big one for us. We really just needed a bit of extra damage anyway. It was nice to feed the other weapons all the kills because they get upgrades from it, but we just need the backup now. Would have been nice to get more of those, but we don't really have a choice. That extra damage is noticeable though, like having an extra weapon doing all these crits. We are just raining down damage on these idiots. There's lots of cursed enemies showing up too. We can kill those. I'd prefer not to yet, but when it happens, it happens. Eventually we get pushed to the outside and have to do donuts around this thing anyway. Well, there's more damage, so we're going to take that, and we'll take some HP as well. So that's up to 39 damage. If we take that, that puts up to 48. If we take that, that puts it up to 52. And we spent a lot of money, but it was worth it. Just going through some rerolls, hoping to find something better than what we're finding. This is kind of nice, 4% crit chance, 2 elemental damage. That'll play off multiple things. We're going to save the barnacle because that'll actually be good for us. Extra harvesting and pickup range is cursed. Yeah, we'll take that. $1,500, we'll start on that. That piggy bank will make us money, so will the harvesting. So damage feels pretty good. We're hitting some things for about 700 already, and that's with pretty weak weapons overall, really, so that's a good sign. This has definitely turned into a strangely good money build. I was just going for raw critical damage, but it's actually like a very good money maker. So range is going to be one we need because it can get very dangerous to get close to some of these bigger enemies. I do want to get close so we can hit them with the SMG and then rapid fire stab them. So a lot more range for us. So there's 45 to begin with. That's a good start. Let's get extra stats when we level up, and whatever else we can do that will help our build. There's another one of these. 3% damage at the start of a wave. I'm going to lock that because I don't know if I want to spend that much money on that right now. I don't really want to reroll anymore either. We're like not getting lucky with our weapon finds right now. But I'll get over it. We can still make do. It's still a good build. That extra range is going to help us too. We can stab way into their groups now. Our dodge is only 11%, but we'll definitely start to find more dodgy items through this next few waves. They tend to be rare, but we're right in the rare pocket. We'd definitely like a few more precise weapons of any kind. I want real big crits. But at least now we can get right into the horde like this and pretty much wipe the map. Like there's only 3 seconds left, so we really did good here. 5% attack speed, 25 range is sort of the big one there. Can we get better choices? Range damage is not going to happen. Don't really want those. +5 will do. So +3% damage at the start of a wave. We only got a few more levels for the piggy bank to work. So whoops, didn't mean to buy that. We are going to just do a few quick rerolls. Oh, that's what we needed. I'm going to buy that right away. Because the first one's gotten us an extra $562. And that is playing off of the piggy bank as well. Damage feels really good. I don't know if it's that extra shiv or not, but we are absolutely decimating. And this is wave 18. We're just turning all these sea creatures into pin cushions. Yeah, like there's not even enough enemies to kill at this point. Ooh, do we sacrifice more armor for more damage? Yes, we do. We'll put the armor back on somewhere too. Probably. There's 2 armor, good enough. 12% dodge is actually a big one. 23% dodge, I feel better about that. We'll take 10% crit chance, which means our crit chance is actually 101 now. So everything's should be 100% crit. There's another lightning shiv as well, so we're going to combine these two into, that's a 92 damage, which is going to hit for 4 times on crits. Mostly because I wanted just another lightning shiv to make sure our damage is staying up. That's not precise, that's too weak. The cape we will lock and take later, 5% lifesteal, 20% dodge is really what I'm after. I will take this too, this is a lot of damage, but we'll do 246 currently damage when we dodge someone's attack. That will be good down the road when we have more dodge. It'll be interesting to see this against the boss, considering we don't have a lot of armor right now, so getting close to the boss is going to be scary. We do have 69 HP, so that obviously gives me a great deal of confidence. But the damage here is actually really good. Like, we can just walk right up to the hordes of enemies and absolutely stab them. Except when that happens, but you get the idea. These are tough enemies and we are melting them. I guess that's, we're hitting up to 1500 already, but that's because the SMG hits for 300 damage and then we do the giant crits. It's a good thing we got money to spend, so we can get even stronger. Wave 19 going down super easy. Spawns a garden, it creates a fruit every 15 seconds, 10 range, that's great. Okay, we have no armor right now, 81 range is tempting, but 5 armor is actually going to make a giant difference. 25% less damage. So this is going to give us lots of extra dodge and lifesteal. We now do 244 when we do dodge. There's Greek Fire. Burning deals an additional 10% of enemy HP damage or 1% for bosses. I actually want that in case we do get a chance to light idiots on fire. Armor and max HP? Yes. The crossbow is precise. I didn't realize that before. Its damage is really low. It will pierce a lot though. Like if you could get your ranged damage up, you know, plus 110 from now, that would be crazy strong in all directions. There's another 2 armor, so we now take 40% less damage. We started with 0. Okay, the boss should spawn in. Let's get to stabbing him right away. Okay, I want to get him dead if I can before the enemy starts spawning in. His HP is dropping more. Okay, I think we got him dead, so that's a good sign. Once he gets SMG'd a little bit and then we get to stabbing, yeah, he just melted. So now we just need to stack ridiculous amounts of damage and keep that attack speed going up. Okay, we're going to start circling the outside now because the wave got intensely strong suddenly. Look at all those idiots. Why are there so many of them? What is happening with this wave? Okay, just keep circling, stay way to the outside, and hopefully we can lifesteal our way through this. Going down, avoid all the damage. I've never seen a wave 20 quite like this. Maybe it's because I usually have a little bit more range damage, so we're wiping out a lot more whatever spawning all those things. 8 seconds to go. This is fine. Everything's on fire, but we're fine. Just keep going past our little farm. That was a pretty lucrative wave at least. Here's another one that's super helpful. Speed and dodge. Enemies take more damage for 3 seconds when hit by elemental. We don't really need attack speed because we're building that up pretty nicely. We got 74 all by ourselves. Our dodge is at 53. Let's just put that at 60 so it's now max. Then we'll take a little bit of luck so we can hopefully start finding better weapons. I will take the nail just because that gives us 5 engineering, and weapon damage additionally scales with engineering. We lose range damage, but like we clearly don't need range damage. So then the search continues for more weapons we can actually use. This was something we definitely could have used a while back. Harvesting increases by an additional 8% at the end of a wave. There's a lightning shiv we can use, and we can combine those into a tier 4 lightning shiv. Hitting an enemy spawns a projectile that bounces 4 times and deals 29. And that scales off elemental damage, so we need more of that. We can now take an icicle to replace that actually, because we just have a hole to fill. 10% attack speed, 5 crit range. We'll keep going until like these get prohibitively expensive to reroll. Damage, engineering, crit chance. We lose dodge, but we have max. Here's another really good one for us. 9% dodge, that will top us back up again, easy enough. 50% chance to heal 10 HP when I do dodge. Also, tier 3 icicle now. I wish a chainsaw was a precise. We still have tons of crit chance. But we'll take the spyglass so rerolls get cheaper. 3% damage at the end of a wave, yes. And then we gotta get back to work. There are elites spawning this wave, so I wanted to get right into them. Okay, we did lots of damage to him right away. Tons of damage. Wow, we melted him. Same with this. Once I get that range damage on him and start the stabbing, they melt. It's just non-stop crits at this point. And with the tier 4 stabber, it's an 80% chance to gain a material. That's basically all it works out to. 80% chance to gain a material when we kill someone. And then we just get right back to stabbing. The bouncing electricity sounds nice too. Well, we definitely don't need another 10% crit chance. We're already at 113. 60 range we do want. 16% speed? Absolutely. I didn't realize this before, but the advantage of the icicle is its range. It has 630 range. That means it did 60,000 damage last wave, which is much more than most other things. The lightning shiv did 54,000, but like this guy did 43,000. So I'm all for that extra reach. Here's an extra 2 elemental damage, so that's going to turn that up even more. 8 elemental damage, 5 crit chance. Weapon damage additionally scales with 10% elemental damage. We'll take some knockback too, just to keep enemies a little bit out of our face any chance we get. I'm going to take glass cannon as well, so that's up to 133 damage now. Damage is getting big. There's finally a single fish hook, so we can start cursing some of our weapons. Oh, a second fish hook. How about that? Alright, we're going to start saving our money again a little bit. We will put some armor back on. Alright, now we got extra damage again. Extra damage and deep penetration. We also have 88% attack speed by now too, most of which did come from my ghost spear flint thing. That really added a lot, so our DPS went real high because of that. But this is really strong. Like even on the difficulty we're playing on, we're absolutely destroying these things. Out of all of these, we'll take 60 max HP. This one's also good. 10% damage to targets above 75% HP. That means we'll hopefully one-shot them even harder. Elemental damage. Duplicates the next item you get from the shop. So when we go to buy that, we'll get 2 of whatever we buy, so we gotta make it a good one. I can't believe how many vigilante rings I'm finding. This would add an extra 6% damage at the end of a wave. That would actually add up quite a bit too. But it's 6% damage per wave. Like we can kind of get that elsewhere. We're going to lock that. We do want to curse things too if we can. It'd be better to get double cursed items. Spending a lot of money looking for anything good. Okay, you know what? We're actually going to lock it right there. The mirror thing should show up next round anyway. We want to make it good when we get a double item. Especially if we can get it cursed double good. I feel like I don't even have enough enemies to kill to get my upgrades. Obviously we're killing them all, but it's a lot of my icicle doing the damage. That thing reaches so far. We're definitely doing some damage for like, I think up to 2600. 5 max HP, -1 regeneration. I don't really care about lifesteal right now. The mirror is still rolling. There is a fish hook. I don't think that's going to take away our mirror. Maybe that did. Okay, that was a waste then. I didn't think it would take that away, but that's fine. We got our 3rd mirror. I think I need more luck. We have 32, which obviously isn't nothing, but we need... Oh, the mirror is actually going to work. The mirror came back. Yeah, I want this potato to get cursed, and then I want 2 of that, because that's going to give me everything I need. Pleasant is going to take the snowball. That's sitting there unique, so I think that's only one of these you can get. +1 elemental damage every time you get an item that increases elemental. Ooh, yes. But what we really want is a double cursed potato. Yeah, definitely was something sitting for about 2800 damage already, so we'll see how high we can get that number. Not that we need the help at this point, we're absolutely wrecking everything, and I only have like 96 HP, this isn't a very tough build. I guess we do have a lot of dodge, and a chance to heal when dodging. Sad tomato, no. We will take another 4 armor actually. And my cursed potato works, so we're gonna get 2 times this. 10 HP, 8 HP regen, 4% lifesteal, 22% damage, 18 attack speed, 14 speed, 12 dodge, 4 armor, 20 luck. Yes. Also gonna take a spyglass for cheaper rerolls. Oh, we finally got a tier 3 version of this. that took forever. Several rerolls later, we're really not finding much that's going to be our friend. So back to work. Our damage did jump up a lot though, because now if we're instead of hitting for like 2700, we're hitting for up to 3200. Our damage really only is 218 as well, so we could probably turn that up quite a bit. There's even more range, we'll take those every chance we get. We re-rolled a bunch of quite rare things. Obliterator would be fun if it wasn't 3 damage. This is good though, 10% damage, 50 range, 15 knockback. So now we're gonna have even more range for many of our stabbers. The damage has jumped up to like 3600 on the upper end, and I'm pretty sure those go off a lot. So our DPS is probably pretty bananas. And enemies are starting to get tougher though, especially when they get cursed or angry or whatever. Like they take a few hits before we're able to take them down. Maybe I should have pulled out some of the other ethereal weapons along the way. Those could have also been increasing, especially now with our crits and damage. Spawns a medical turret that shoots healing bullets that heals 7. Here we go. This will upgrade that to tier 4. Speaking of the ethereal, there is a ghost axe here, 270. It doesn't get as big of a critical boost as these other ones. It would still hit pretty hard. I don't know if it's worth taking that to try and build something out of it. I don't think it's worth it at this point. We can add damage the other ways. Like with the wolf helmet, 18 elemental damage. That's going to be good for the lightning shift. That did 313 damage last wave, which is actually our most. So its projectiles deal 99 times 4 after buying that, 160. It's going to do so much more damage. So maybe at this point we want to sell this lightning shivs, because there was a 5330 hit. Yeah, this wave otherwise would have been pretty overwhelming. Like I'm being an idiot standing in the center right now and we're really fine. 10% attack speed. Do we want 12% speed? I think we do, because we have something else that plays off our speed. Exoskeleton is 5 armor, 11% speed. It's not actually that great. I did want to lock this. We want extra damage. I want that to curse. There is another lightning shiv. I'm also going to lock that. I want that to curse as well. And we're getting so fast that we can just fly around the map. As soon as we get close to anything, stab, 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 dead. Yeah, I want more lightning shivs for sure. These other weapons, some of them aren't really doing it for me anymore. They're not killing enough to get their bonuses anyway. Alright, we'll take another 20 luck. That actually puts us over 100. There we go, 45% damage against bosses and elites. Yes. There's also mirror. We're gonna lock that to hopefully get it cursed, and then we get like 3 times. Ooh, well, +1 bounce on projectiles? Is that a lightning shiv thing? It is. They would get an extra bounce, but we'd lose 25% damage, so that's actually not worth it. Here's a rare one. 3 armor, 100% chance to instantly attract a material when it's dropped. Better put on another +10 damage. Okay, we're gonna remove the ghost flint now, and we're gonna add the lightning shiv. That has a responsive projectile that bounces 4 times, dealing 286. So I'm hoping that if I buy the mirror, yeah, we get 2 times silver bullets. That's gonna be an extra 50% boss damage. I found a replacement for my SMG as well. It's a minigun. It'll just fire a lot faster, I think. Yeah, much faster, so it'll be able to make enemies weaker faster. This is also a boss wave, which is why I wanted the extra boss damage. Wow, that's a tier 30, level 30 boss, and we did that to it. Alright, so we'll keep going with that. And the third boss, the second one died so quickly I didn't even bother to record it. Yeah, we're obviously still going to get stronger from there, so out with the SMG, in with the minigun. There's also more damage and more damage. An elite will appear on this wave. Let's see if we can... Nope, that's next wave. Alright, for now we're just going to do this ludicrous amounts of damage everywhere. With the minigun's fire right now, I can kind of bully enemies. Like I can push them into corners and go stab them. There's not really much they can do about it. Wave 32, here's the elite, and the elite is absolutely melted. Here's a big one I could have used a while ago. 20 damage, 5 HP regen, 5 knockback, but 20 damage is huge. I wish I could get that cursed. Another thing I can get cursed is a wolf helmet. 17 elemental damage. Here's also a stupid item, lucky coin, +4 luck for every 1% crit chance I have. So I'm going to get 560 luck. I currently have 136, which is also a lot. Oh, we were having such a good run, but our toughness let us down. Fun though. Yeah, if we were about to get a cursed lightning shift tier 4, that would have been far and away the best weapon, considering the tier 3 when it's cursed now did 3 million damage.